All right, let's get started. So, welcome, guys. This is the Litmus Contributors and Maintainers Meet that we do every second and fourth Thursday for those of you who are new. And I see a couple, like a few new faces. So, if you're here for the first time, feel free to introduce yourself on the chat, or like if you want, you can also unmute. But yeah, just so that the others are aware. And it's great to have you here, first of all. A couple of them I know because they're part of the LFX. A couple of them are new users. A couple of them are exploring. So it's great to have you guys here. So if you're new and uh, if you're comfortable, just feel free to introduce yourself on the chat as well. So what we do here on the contributors meet is we discuss about a couple of updates on technical side and also some of the community side, community aspect of the project, what we're doing, where we are at, if you have new releases and things like that. And we do it every second and fourth Thursday of the month. This is the final one for March. We'll be having two more the next month again. I'm Shine. I'm the community manager at Litmus. And yeah, it's great having you all here. So the agenda for the call today is basically a couple of pull requests that I wanted to discuss. Like we have been working, like we've been trying to get them merged, and we have had like a slower PR cycle, which we want to avoid. We are trying newer ways of making them faster. To be honest, we'll see. We have a needs approval review and a couple of other labels which we ideally wanted to leverage to get the merging time, the merging cycle shorter. But we'll see what we can do in those aspects. But there's a couple of good PRs that are currently here, which I wanted to talk about today. And it'll be great if we can have them merged as well. So we're just going to talk through them. And one of them we have already merged as well. But just discussing on, touching on a couple of great PRs that were open recently and the problems they fix, and hopefully we get them merged soon, like in a couple of weeks at least. So that's the agenda, and after that we'll also move in to the task update of LFX. One of our LFX mentee, Akash, is also here, and he'll be talking about what he's working on, and also like a short update on the Chaos CI lib tasks that we have been doing. Hopefully, we can bring in the other mentees as well as we move along. But yeah, that's kind of the update, the agenda for today. And if we have any questions by the end, we'd love to take them as well. So let me stop sharing and share my whole screen before I jump into the update of the tasks, or the PRs. I just wanted to quickly do a check-in of this document, like the doc file that we maintain, where we have all the agenda listed. So this is the contributors and maintainers meeting doc, where we have a list of all the different meetings we do, and also they're recorded. So it's also available on YouTube in case you want to refer them back sometimes later in the past or in the future. Uh, so this is the agenda for today. You'll find the others below. And since I think most of you all know that next week is KubeCon Europe, so we are heading to KubeCon Europe, and this update was done last week as well on the community call. We have officially published a blog on the Litmus website itself, which outlines the different sessions that we'll be doing. One of the lightning talks, and the session talks, and the maintainer track, and then also we'll have a booth available 3 days, April 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, with their respective timings in BST. There's a couple of great areas to chat, have a coffee. There's a ad hoc meetings table if anyone wants to, chat about Litmus or chat about any of the commercial side of things. Feel free to drop a note either to me. You can DM me, or you can use the email and directly talk to me. And yeah, just a general announcement, and this will also be available in the CNCF blog by tomorrow, or hopefully day after tomorrow. So yeah, we are really excited, and we hope we have an amazing KubeCon coming up soon. And also another small update is right after KubeCon, we are doing the Incident Management Meetup as well, which is on Bangalore in the Harness office, which outlines a couple of great talks actually in the agenda. So we have things where we talk about the SMBs, how you can master security incident response for SMBs, how you can turn incidents into opportunities, and things like how runbooks can help you to do collaborative reliability, which is again something which we all sort of agree being part of the chaos engineering journey. And then lastly, we'll also see how you can monitor, troubleshoot Dockerized applications in production. So this is not just about, IR or like chaos in general, but it's mostly about cloud native resilience. So we have 4 great talks, and this is on the 5th of April. So if anybody from Bangalore or anybody from India is watching this later or wants to join in, they can. It's completely free, and we are currently RSVP is open until the 4th of April. So yeah, if you're in Bangalore, feel free to drop by. It's completely free. So I just wanted to get in these two items before I jump in. But yeah, this is what we have right now at the moment. Cool. So I just wanted to quickly highlight a couple of PRs, and I wanted to start with this one because it's a good one. It's although it's like a simple one, but it's a good one because this actually updates the artifact image version. And although it's like a couple of the artifact image that we use in the CI/CD pipeline, and this is sort of a minimal update with just changes to the version, but then this helps keep the CI images up to date because it's crucial for us to maintain the compatibility and also to avoid the deprecated dependencies, right? This improves the overall build efficiency. So yeah, thanks to Smith for ensuring that our build pipelines are optimized. And also another contribution from him as well is on the Docker lint. So this is another great one, which sort of introduces like a Docker lint step in the CI/CD pipeline. So this also helps like catch the potential misconfigurations. Also, I think this lint, additionally, as part of the linting itself, it also helps detect the best practice violations as part of it, and then a lot of inefficiencies in your Docker file in general, in your Docker files. So yeah, this is particularly helpful to maintain the consistency and also the performance. So this is another great step toward improving your code quality. So yeah, thanks, Smith, for two amazing contributions. There's a couple more, but yeah, we want to get these ones before so that we can also start with improving the quality on the Docker lint side as well. Next up is another one which has been there for a while, which is on a bug sort of ideally, which fixes like the duplicate name key error for probe. So what was happening is uh, if you use the name of a probe, which is like a primary key, then it sort of gets stuck with the project and then you cannot recreate that because it's treated as like a primary ID. And it sort of is a problem when you consider like a multi-tenant project where multiple people might want to have the same name of the probe. So the solution introduced the approach initiated by Ayush was mostly about adding a hex value to it, like the name, and append like the project ID with it, so that it makes it unique. But it's a little bit more complicated than that because this would work in the temporary short run, as you can make it unique with this approach, but then the latest version of the metrics, right? Like the metadata of the probe will sort of always reflect the latest one. So you cannot go back in like to the older runs and check for the historical data. So this ideally needs to be solved in a way where you introduce revisions. So we'll have to keep this one open. I'll also put this feedback in here as well. So it will be best if we can add like a revision approach to this so that we can go back and also whenever we reference the same probe for an older run, we also get like the older values in case you have changed them later. So that is ideally would be the preferred approach, but this does solve the uh, approach of duplicate name key error for the time being. So we'll have this open, but I'll also put this feedback there. But this is a good catch, and this is also an essential part of it because probes are important right now. So I just wanted to highlight this one as well. Next is by NumQ. This one also is pretty good, but we have been unable to merge this for a long time. But yeah, it's not like changing or like adding a new feature in per se, but it's like migrating the documentation generation tool from Spectacle to Redoc because the previous one is no longer maintained. So yeah, it's adding a lot of the APIs and fixing typos, documentation, like in general, like improving the documentation to a newer platform. So yeah, it's not changing functionality per se, but it's updating the documentation, which is critical for devs. So this one also we do plan to merge soon. There's a couple of queries or doubts from the maintainers about if this is like completely swapping out Swagger or not, if it's like completely changing the way we do things. So we might have to address those before we merge this. But yeah, this is pretty. Uh, this is a important PR which we're going to take. Yeah, the next one is also related to in the same realm of documentation plus SDK. So it's like so this one has been there for a long time as well. This is also the same time where we were when we were planning for this documentation enhancement. And this was a proposal ideally for the Litmus Python SDK. And this we already have like a Go SDK and a Java SDK, and this is a step towards that direction. And this is to help Python developers make it more easily make things more easy for them to programmatically use Python and do stuff with Litmus. So this could like automate a lot of chaos workflows directly with Python script, and also there's a very possible chance of doing a failure analysis or any sort of Python-based dev tools approach that can happen with if you make like a Python SDK, and it sort of enhances like increases your scope to reach more developers basically. So yeah, it's also aligns with a lot of popular cloud native projects actually, like Kubernetes, Argo. They all have like Python SDKs, so it's a step in that direction. Um, and another one, this is also way back, but this is also something that was really required. So there was an issue of the some chaos experiment that was skipping the running phase and directly jumping to complete it. So there was a whole video about the issue, and this the subscriber actually was not getting updates on the chaos results CR, which caused like the delay in the system updates. So this PR modified that by ensuring that the experiment correctly execute like entered the running phase before. So this I think was reviewed. They had a couple of comments and reviews and a couple of merges, but then like a couple of commits, but then we were unable to merge it because of a first test issue, and the first test also needs to be updated in a couple of PRs, which I've been noticing. So once we get this resolved, I think we are good to take this as well because it's been there for a long while. And lastly, this was a change to the logs, the subscriber logs. And the problem was the pods failed to fetch the logs from the Argo workflows, uh, Argo workflow pods basically. And this is making a bunch of switch cases to sort of organize make the logs more intuitive in a way that it divides it into multiple phases based on the state. So each phase can now be like a unique error message, which makes it easier to sort of identify where the issue lies. So it's like inherently simple, but it helps in the long run when it sort of matches the phase and helps with the debugging. So these were a couple of PRs which we essentially want to take, and we want to target the upcoming week. We'll be a bit busy with the KubeCon one, but post KubeCon definitely want to target that week. And a couple of them, as you can see, has the need approvers review, which was a label that we use for stale PRs that are more than 2 weeks old. So we are um, instrumenting a PR cycle review strategy, which can probably help get these merged faster. But that's one of the updates from today's call that we want to take a couple of these ones immediately at least, and a couple of them in a week's time. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share for the call today initially. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them on the chat or unmute and speak. If not, we would take this over to the next speaker, which is Akash, and he'll be talking about his task. He'll be sharing a couple of updates on his task on Chaos CI.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, can I get started?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Akash. I am one of the mentors for LFX mentorship this year with LitmusChaos, and undoubtedly, it has been a wonderful learning experience for me. I'm having a lot of fun learning all of the nuances of chaos testing, chaos infrastructure, how LitmusChaos works, and working with my mentors. I my mentorship consists of three major tasks, or we can say that it has been divided into three tasks. The primary task or the primary focus of the mentorship is to develop the Chaos CI SDK for Litmus Chaos. Basically, we already have Java SDK for Litmus Chaos, but we also want Golang SDK. So that is one part of my mentorship program. It's been 1 month since I started my mentorship, and we expect to finish the Chaos CI SDK in Golang by the starting of next week. So that is the deadline that we have for that task. Another task that is part of this mentorship. Give me 1 minute. Yes, another task that is part of this mentorship is to revamp the Chaos CI library. Basically, we need to modify the existing Chaos CI library to remove the installation steps which were used in the 1.0 approach, since we are now migrating to 3.0 approach. So that is also a part of my mentorship, which I will be taking on right after the Chaos CI SDK development. And the final task would be to just update the CI action templates and parameters. So just wanted to give a huge kudos to my mentors, Vedant and Shubham. They have been extremely helpful in this, and yeah, looking forward to working with them for the rest of my mentorship. And yes, uh, thanks for sharing my LinkedIn. I would be happy to connect with all of you over there. And yes, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Awesome. Yeah, we're really happy to have you as well, and great work on a short notice, like in a couple of weeks as well, like significantly good work. And yeah, we'll also love to feature you on Kubecon and all the other mentees as well. So, and all the other contributors to be like really like all the contribution highlights as well. We'd love to feature all the different contributions that we have been getting on Kubecon. So yeah, great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Cool. So that's pretty much it for the maintainers call. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to share, we'd love to hear them. Else we can just wind up the call. Okay. If not, then yeah, thanks for joining in. It was great having you all, and I hope to see you again next month on the next maintainers call. And if you're attending KubeCon, then drop by the booth. And if you're in India, drop by the harness office. We'd love to have you in the meetup. So yeah, see you soon. Have a great day. Thank you.